Senator, President Trump is speaking this morning, and he's saying at this point that he's going to be calling the Russian President Putin today to talk about oil and other matters. He also says that Saudi Arabia and Russia both went crazy on the oil issue. Coming from the state of Texas, obviously, the lower oil prices are a big hit there. Do you think the president should use his influence with either Saudi Arabia or Russia to try and get them to stop producing so much oil right now?
Absolutely. I think that is a major priority, especially for my home state of Texas. And if you look at what happened right in the midst of this coronavirus crisis, a public health crisis that is dominating our focus, and an economic crisis that is flowing from it, millions of people losing their jobs, the Saudis and the Russians chose to take advantage of that crisis by flooding the market and driving the price of oil way, way down. And that was opportunistic. It was designed with a very explicit purpose that the Saudis are hoping to drive out of business American producers, and in particular shale producers, largely in the Permian Basin in Texas and in North Dakota, although also in a number of oil-producing states across the country. That behavior, I think, is wrong, and I think it is taking advantage of a country that's a friend. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I joined with a total of 13 senators in a letter to the Saudi ambassador calling on the Saudis to pull back and allow the price of oil to stabilize, to stop trying to drive it down artificially low. We did a conference call with the Saudi ambassador. There were, I think, nine of the 13 did a conference call. That, Becky, I got to tell you, was as candid a call and direct a call as I've ever had with a foreign leader, where the 9 of us, I mean, we, quite frankly, unloaded on her. And their defense was essentially, well, but Russia's doing this. And I can tell you my response. I said, well, that's fine, but Russia is not our friend. We know they're not our friend, and we treat them accordingly. We are aware their intentions to us are malign. The Saudi kingdom is supposed to be our friend, and we are a military ally, we are a diplomatic ally, and you are not behaving like a friend when you are trying to destroy thousands and thousands of small businesses all across Texas and the country. And so the senators on the call with the ambassador urged vigorously, and we said, listen, there are a whole series of steps we can take to escalate foreign policy pressure, and we outlined a number of them. If you continue engaging in economic warfare against the United States, trying to drive down the price of oil in order to exploit this coronavirus crisis to drive a bunch of American producers out of business, I'm hopeful the president will echo that same message, and I'm hopeful the Saudis will hear it, because those 13 senators not only were from were the strongest champions of energy and oil and gas, but those 13 senators have also historically been the strongest allies in the Senate of Saudi Arabia. And if they don't change their course, the relationship with the United States is going to change very fundamentally. Senator.